A very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother, Eric Braxton, speaking to you all from on this Sunday in the month of September, from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, this wonderful island country, of course, that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. In this part 12 video, I'm reading from that wonderful book from the late Herbert W. Armstrong, and the title of this video, part 12 of this video, the title of this video, the name of this video is the late Herbert W. Armstrong and the late Dr. Gene Scott. There's a reason why I have titled this video that way. So I continue to read from that wonderful book from the late Herbert W. Armstrong, The Gospel of the Kingdom of God, which is in fact the government of God. Without further ado, brothers and sisters who happen to see this video on the internet or the World Wide Web, of course, this is your Christian brother Eric Braxton speaking to you all from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country, of course, that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. So without further ado, let the reading begin. Humanity, mankind, separated from God. The prophet Isaiah had, "Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that he cannot save, or his ears heavy, that he cannot hear. But your iniquity sin have separated you from your God, and your sin have hidden his face from you, so that he will not hear. For your hands are defiled with blood murder, and your fingers with iniquity sin. Your lips have spoken lies, your tongue has uttered perversity. No one call for justice, or does any plead for truth. Truth is empty. They trust in empty words and speak lies. They conceive evil and bring forth iniquity sin. Feet run to evil, and they made haste to share innocent blood. Kill innocent people, to share innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, sin, wasting and destruction are in their path. The way of peace they have not known, and there is no justice in their way. They have made themselves crooked paths. Whosoever take that way shall not know peace. Isaiah the 59th chapter, verse 1 to verse 4, 7 and 8. God's ways are different from man's ways. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, or your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah the 55th chapter, verse 8 and 9. The Apostle Paul described the inevitable result of rejecting God and his way of life. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to the base mind to do those things which are not fitting, being filled with all unrighteousness, sin, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil, mindless. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violence, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedience to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful. Who knows the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death? Not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. Romans, the 1st chapter, verse 28 to 32. Yes, my dear friends. Well, brothers and sisters, I continue to read from this wonderful book of the late Herbert W. Armstrong. As I said, Herbert W. Armstrong, that famous preacher who went all over the world in his 40 years ministry and much, meeting kings and presidents and princes, declaring the gospel of the kingdom of God. He was a mighty preacher and God used him greatly. And of course the late Herbert W. Armstrong from Faith Center, that his current beloved wife Melissa Scott is teaching. I just want to say that these two men of God was mighty men of God in their time, and God have used them mightily to declare the gospel to the nations of the earth. I just want to say, brothers and sisters, that after the death of the late Herbert W. Armstrong, but because the Herbert W. Armstrong died first, and a couple of years after the late Dr. Gene Scott, but many people have treated Armstrong badly, a true servant and a true apostle of God, and are not showing the respect that they need to show to Herbert W. Armstrong after his death. Many people sort of say all sorts of things of Dr. Gene, of Herbert W. Armstrong. He was a cult leader, and that people used to worship him, the members of the church, a sort of lies, and that he was corrupt and he was taking the people money and going all over the world, traveling in his private jet, meeting kings and presidents and living up a high life with the people money. But Herbert W. Armstrong, in one of his videos, show you that all his trips that he make all over the world was approved by the member of the church with the tithes and offering. So he did not just take the money, people money, and travel in his plane going over the world. So that's falsehood that is spread about the late Herbert W. Armstrong. He have cleared it up in the public. And all those who made that false report to tarnish his character in the public, to say that he's a false man of God, he's a false teacher, they was put to shame. Oh yes, my dear friend. And God used the apostle, true apostle of God, the late Herbert W. Armstrong, to talk about the 12 tribes, or Ephraim and Manasseh, and the 10 lost tribes of Israel, and to give the history concerning the modern day descendants of the house of Israel, the 10 lost tribes. Oh yes, brothers and sisters, he was a man. He had his fingertips on the world history. Yes, my dear friend. And I'm appealing in this video to the young generation, to go to YouTube and type up Herbert W. Armstrong and get all his videos and all his teaching, and read his books and his magazine and watch his videos. You will learn quite a lot and of the truth, and that you will all study all that what he's saying in the scriptures, and of course the late Dr. Gene Scott. But Herbert W. Armstrong, brothers and sisters, was the leading apostle in his time. You all better believe it, Americans and all over the world, you know. Yes, he was the leading apostle in his time. Just as the apostle Paul was the leading apostle in his time. Well, when Herbert W. Armstrong was alive, you all will not accept what I said. He was the leading apostle in his time. You all mightn't accept that, but that is a fact, brothers and sisters. So I'm appealing to the young generation in all over the world who have access to the internet and the World Wide Web. Began studying Herbert W. Armstrong books and his magazine, and you all will have a great knowledge of the scriptures. I'm not saying that he's the only true apostle upon the earth, but brothers and sisters, you all need to get his books, his magazine, and study what he teach. Yes, brothers and sisters, I'm appealing to the younger generation, and these my young boys, brothers and sisters, who are looking to buy spirit boxes, looking to buy the Ouija board and Ouija board, and to experiment in the occult. You all better forget about that. You all better forget about trying to buy these spirit box and going in Bachelor Grove in different haunted cemeteries to try to communicate the dead, because the dead do nothing. Spend all the time going on YouTube, download Dr. Gene's Herbert W. Armstrong videos and start studying Herbert W. Armstrong videos and his teaching along with the Bible. That will better you, that will better all your life 100%. In that way, all you will know the teachings of the scriptures, the words of God, end time prophecies, and all these things about these wonderful books that he have written. the Gospel of the Kingdom of God that I continue reading, United States of Britain and prophecy concerning the lost tribes, and all these things, brothers and sisters. So follow my advice. Well, brothers and sisters, I have come to the end of this video in part 12. May the grace of God be with you and with me and your human family from this day forth and forevermore. Shalom, peace. See you, my friends, in the next video soon in part 13.